This is a general prediction of today's horoscope for Pisces. You are of this zodiac sign if you were born between February 19 and March 20. Always remember that it is a general horoscope and that it does not take into account the personal variables of each sign. It cannot be said that the Pisces today are going through a good streak, but that can change if your attitude changes. You are attracting bad vibrations with your negativity, and that prevents you from advancing or achieving what you have been fighting for a long time. You can get all that and more, but as long as you get rid of those people who only make life difficult for you. You have to learn to discern between true friends who love and help you and those who are only by your side out of interest. In love, if you have spent time committed to someone who does not correspond to you, it is time to abandon that idea of conquering him and make way for new possibilities. By doing this, you give yourself more opportunities, and it is even possible that the situation with that person changes. The important thing is your well-being, both in love and at the level of work, studies and economics. To reverse bad situations, the Pisces horoscope prediction tells us that it is time to change and move forward along different paths. Pisces woman horoscope Pisces friend, you have to admit that you have spent a lot of time going from one place to another without stopping to think about what is really convenient for you. You should take some time for yourself now. Think about what you would like to do alone or with your friends and take advantage of this parenthesis in your life to get to know yourself better. Perhaps what is failing the Pisces woman right now is that they themselves do not really know what they want, and if they do know it, they do not understand that it may not be the most beneficial for them. Find out what things you are interested in doing, what things you still have to enjoy, to see, to have, and surely that way when you have already discovered it, it will be easier for you to find someone with whom to share what interests you. Do not settle for just anyone in love, but with someone who is within your stereotypes and who has goals in life similar to yours. Horoscope Pisces man going from one place to another in search of love or economic improvements is not the way to go to achieve it. The Pisces man must first think about what he really wants and assess whether they are attainable goals for you. You have to get down and put your feet on the ground. In horoscope predictions, I like to encourage people to dream of flying high, but sometimes I tell them, depending on how the stars are in relation to your zodiac sign, that it is time to be more rational. Today you are in a propitious day to stop to think and plan, since your mind will be especially clear of thought. Whether you are looking for love, a partner, or a change in some facets of your life, it is time to get down to work, but first think carefully about which path you want to explore. If you have a partner, never leave a conversation without finishing or a kiss without giving. You never know the effects that your omissions may have on the person you love. Any suppression can turn into a terrible snowball that devours everything. So be intense and passionate, be everything, but never dare to ignore it. If you do not have a partner, there is always a small hope, and you must cling to it. You must do it, however, with distance and respect, without imposing yourself or being insistent. That person must account for himself, whether or not you are essential in his life. And once I say, again, her verdict, you must respect it. Everything related to money should be discussed as broadly and horizontally as possible. Your team expects clear instructions and a direction to follow. It doesn't matter who's in charge, it's your word that matters this time. What you say will be decisive in the success of the business. The best way to catch up on taking care of your body, following a diet, sticking to an exercise program, is to make a pact with a friend or family member. Both of you set the same self-care goal, and both of you encourage and follow up with each other. Nothing can be taken for granted in a relationship. This getting ahead of things and acting without paying attention to it is not beneficial for either party. In the face of your partner's discomfort, do not argue that it is about things of his character or that they are going to happen. You have to find out what's going on. Although it can be painful and complicated, it is better to have the best as part of your team because you are someone who offers the best with a high level of commitment and efficiency. It is not fair to be left behind by people who are not up to the task. It is a good time to refine and improve the results. This is a good day to start a new exercise plan. You have come as far as you could go with the previous one, and you need to reach new stages of your well-being. It is a fact that you need professional help. So find an expert or find out on your own to design it. Some people can't even think they've ever done anything wrong or admit that they may have made a mistake. Others, in whose category you are much more likely to fall, are often convinced by that self-confidence. The fact that you viewed being overconfident as okay when it was later revealed that these self-assured people were missing the mark only adds to your angst. As Jupiter, your traditional ruler, is linked to Venus. You now have the confidence and insight to ignore the braggarts and do what you want to do. Tip of the day: do not apologize for the things you like. Instead, show others why they are valuable to you. Lucky numbers for today: 2, 12, 13, 18, 44, 45. Tips for tomorrow: all the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific prediction of today's horoscope for each of them. First decan, February 21st and March 2nd. Think things through before you do them, because today's horoscope tells us that you are prone to mistakes by rushing ahead. Second decan, March 3rd to 11th. Don't forget that the people around you also have feelings, and that your comments or attitudes can hurt them. Third decan, March 12th to 20th. I recommend that you make a plan to get what you want. This way you will be able to see what is achievable and what is not. You are very delusional these days.